You know, I've been thinking, some of the Minecraft structures are kind of lame. Sure, they have their charm and nostalgia and whatever, but I think some of them could use a bit of an upgrade. So that's what I decided to do. I chose 3 iconic Minecraft structures to reimagine, some of which have been around forever, and one of which is a little more recent. But either way, hopefully we can make some cool stuff today. Like and subscribe and whatnot, and enjoy. Alright, so I want to start with the swamp hut. Not a structure you see very often, but maybe that's a good thing because it's kind of hideous. Sorry, that's a little bit rude, but you know, it's got like 2 block types. It's got spruce and oak, and it's got really lackluster furniture, and also the rest of the interior. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Spruce it up a little bit, no pun intended. Yeah, let's get it going. I want to keep kind of the same vibe, obviously, to preserve what identity it had. All right, so it's very square. It's got a shallow roof, not a lot of colors. I'm gonna change the colors part because I think that would make it look nicer. Maybe I like a weird shape for this because it's like a haphazard shack made by a witch that probably didn't have a lot of resources. Just see where it goes for now. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep the roof style true to that roof style, meaning it's symmetrical 360 degrees and it just like goes up a little bit, then it's flat. I cannot promise that I will do that for the entire build, but at least for like this little part of it here. Because I want to keep some aspects of the original build in it while also trying to make it cooler. Maybe I'll do like a sort of like a green roof kind of thing. I just have to green, that's not what I want. Grass. Okay, I think I found a vibe to go with. Sort of like overgrown, nature-y thing. Would make lots of sense, I think. And then just keep the colors and architecture kind of similar. I want to include the fence little things right there, so I decided to make that into a balcony, basically. This little spot here does have the vibe of this little building, I'll be honest. So I think I'm doing something right. I really want to do like a pointy roof here, but that's far too fancy for what I'm basing it off of. You know what I mean? It's like a weird combination of almost futuristic architecture and swamp hut. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that you have to walk through the vines. They got little coffee tables, that might be kind of good. Then I could put some of these little log stools around it. I'm gonna have this be the cauldron spot. I'm gonna use some moss carpets here, seems fitting. Let's get some sort of suspicious looking potion on here. Glowstone. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Little crafting area where the potions are made. I'm gonna put one more. I'll do a lingering one. Sure. Oops. Oops. So here we have it. This is my completed rendition of the swamp hut, if it was cool. I'll be honest, not the direction I expected it to go, but I think it's actually pretty cool. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright, so next up, I want to do the Desert Temple. Honestly, this has to be one of my favorite structures in the game. I think for this one, I can kind of afford to go big, because it makes sense with the concept of a desert temple. So let me start doing some of that. I'm aware this wouldn't really make sense, but I just like the shape of like Mayan pyramids. I kind of want to do that just in the desert colored palette, you know what I'm saying? I'll give that a try, we'll see how it looks. How does that look? I don't know. Fuck it, let me just try it. I'm not quite sure how big I want this. I think pretty big would be cool. Okay, well this is something. Yeah, but I don't think I like how it's only the same pattern. I gotta switch something up somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I just like try to do that? No, it doesn't really make sense to put an arch in here. I kind of did here, but I messed with arches heavily, so I'm going to put more. That kind of looks like Minecraft enchantment table, so that's pretty good. I think we're sort of getting somewhere. So I was gonna do staircase right here, just wide, straight up the middle, but I kind of like how this thing works and such, and the whole middle deal. So I might do two. I'm showing with my hands, you can't see my hands. I might do two staircases that like surround, like kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I somehow picked like the perfect incline, oh my god, I did. Am I just the goat or something? Like what? They won't be made of red wool, but you get the idea. I think that's probably good enough, and then I can just flatten this whole deal and put like a big thing on the top, hopefully. If not, I can undo it, but I think that's enough layers. I like how I just left the whole thing floating this whole time. I kind of forgot it was floating, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'll just put this over here so I can work on this big cube at the top. I think we've headed in the right direction. This looks pretty sick. Oh wait, but the stairs are supposed to go to the top of that, huh? I suppose I didn't think about that. It does in fact look weird. I need it to end here, I guess. This actually looks pretty sick. Pretty snazzy, even. I'm missing something up here. I'm gonna add like a little bit of detail somehow. Hell yeah. Actually, this kind of turned out better than I thought it would. I don't know, I was losing some steam mid-build. But we're so back, because this looks cool. I tried to keep some of the like design aspects of this like I did with the swamp hut. I at least did with like some of the patterns and stuff and the terracotta and red sandstone and all that. Like these pillars, I kept some pillars up there. That's kind of what I was going for. I tried to put this part kind of right here. I don't know. It's subtle, but I think it's you can kind of still tell that it's in there somewhere. Pretty cool. Let's move on to the last build. Alright, so last but not least, I wanted to do the Pillager outpost. I feel like this is kind of a forgotten about structure, because there's not shit to do here, let's be real. I guess now it does have the allays, so that's something, I suppose. But, you know, gameplay-wise, there's not a whole lot going on here. That being said, the build is actually kind of cool, at least in comparison with a lot of other Minecraft builds. The reason I chose this is because I think towers are cool, and you can kind of do a lot with a tower. I like building towers, basically. Let's get going on that. Get like a little platform thing, outcropping. I kind of want to make this kind of like military, or I don't know if that's the right word, but like a rampart war tower kind of thing. Because I don't know, pillagers are always like trying to kill everyone, right? And this kind of feels like that, but a little more fantastical. So I'm gonna try to lean into that. It's also like a lot of curvature and arches you can see in the build, so I'm gonna include some of those as well. Let me do that tall, and then I want to do, like I was saying, a sort of rampart tower thing. I guess this isn't really the tower part. I do have little windows. Pull one of these to make them like in the middle. I just can't handle making everything out of cobblestone. It's so noisy. Alright, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna have just like a walkway here, and then the tower's gonna expand up from one of the corners, I think. See, that's what's gonna go down. You'll have this walkway. Peer over at your competitors, and this will go up further. I guess this part should be the dark oak part. There's just a sort of outline. Got this going on. Okay, this roof is a little bit odd. Let's see what I can do here. I sort of want to look a little more evil, so I added those spikes up there. I think that helps a little bit. It is a lot more open than I realized. Like, there's just like holes. Maybe I can make those into balconies or something. That would be kind of cool, actually. This looks kind of cool. I guess this floor is supposed to be birch, huh? Certainly an interesting block choice by the Mojang building team, but I don't make the rules. Like, that does make it look like a Pillager outpost more. I want to add a little window right here. All other windows are just kind of open. They don't have glass or anything. I don't know if I want to change that. Oh my. Just a simple little window right there. This wall's pretty blank. I think I'll do something a little bit bigger here. Oh, I just had an incredible idea. I was gonna put like a lantern or a sign on this or something. But you know what I should do? Is put like a cage on it. You know how they have those cages? They're not at this one, I don't think. But the cages with the LAs or the iron golems or whatever. Hanging down from here, that would be pretty sick. That's perfect. I'll put like someone in there. Villager maybe? Boink. Have fun in there. I'm sure he'll be fine. I think we're getting somewhere. This is kind of sick. What happened? Alright, I think that's done. I would say this is a bit of an upgrade. Maybe I'll spawn in some pillagers just to chill out in here. Peter. Couple of guys around. Just, oop, I have no clue on. They can post up in here. Anyway, peep the build, the final product. Kind of snazzy. This one has a real front door. That one kind of does, but it's just like an opening in the wall. So yeah, this one I think is the closest. Like, I think I kept the most of the default vibe in this one compared to the other ones. Like, the other ones are more of a stretch, but this one you can really tell it's supposed to be that. Alright, I think that's the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments which of these you like the best. I think personally this desert one is my favorite. It's kind of just like the coolest one, honestly. Also, let me know if you want to see me do this again with different structures, a whole bunch of them in this game, obviously. I could even do like some of the really old ones, like the massive brick pyramids or whatever. I don't know what I would do with that one specifically, but that's besides the point. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like and whatnot. I'll see you in the next one.